Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Welcome to number 2 of my 3-part series here of the Sailor's Home, a independent bottler from Limerick. So we have here the Haven, a single pot still whiskey, which is way too young in my personal opinion. Did not like it. We're going to move on now to the Journey. Look at that color. Why don't they say natural color on the label? That would be great. A triple cask. I will be talking about that in this video, and what I will be doing in the next and last video is the Horizon, the 10-year-old. So what am I going to compare it to? If you know me and my channel, you know that I'm always comparing something with something. So I have the Irishman, which is a small batch, non-chilled filtered, Founders Reserve, Caribbean cask finish, Irish whiskey. So Founders Reserve from the Irishman is actually a combination of single pot still and single malt from Ireland. They have a contract with the Irish distillers, which means it's probably made in Middleton. They used to have their own distillery together with an Italian company. Unfortunately, they had a little bit of a disagreement according to the brand direction, and they separated ways. So the Royal Oak Distillery no longer belongs to Walsh and his company, and they will continue putting out Righteous Tears as well as the Irishman. We're not here to talk about them, we're here to talk about them. So, Sailor's Home. So what we have here is basically a interesting bottling. I'm going to guess that it's from the Great Northern Distillers. Why? Well, first of all, it tastes like it. What do I mean? So, according to the label, let's read the facts here that they give us. We have a Irish Malt Whiskey finished in Jamaican rum casks. So, apparently it's not a single malt, it's just an Irish malt whiskey, interesting enough. And it comes together with Irish whiskey, aged first in virgin American oak and then in American bourbon barrels. So, now oh, looky there. All right, interesting. The other bottle, actually, the little date stamp was smeared, and somehow the bottle didn't do it the way it should. This bottle looks good. So, according to my German information that I have here on my German website, this is basically a blend of our Irish single malt from a Jamaican casks and Irish grain whiskey, which was first matured in virgin American oak and then received a finish in bourbon barrels. What is the percentage of the grain to the malt? I'm going to say 80% grain, 20% malt. It might be 90. I don't know. Nowhere is that information for me to be found. So, there was a bottling over here in Germany. I think I actually have a video of this online in English as well. This is from the Irish Whiskey Wochenende, which means weekend. Mareike Spitzer, our Miss Irish Whiskey in Germany. She actually did a special bottling just for her Irish Whiskey weekend, and she used a single grain from Great Northern Distillery in a virgin oak and then finished in a recharred cask. And this tastes almost the same. They're so similar. This is actually more interesting for me because of the rum finish. It actually gives it a nice little touch. And the only thing that I dislike about this, or I love about this, depends on the day, is this is 63.9% ABV and it drinks like 49. So this is 43% and drinks like it's 38. All right. So Great Northern's doing wonderful, wonderful stuff with their single grain. Jack Teeling, nope. Jack is Teeling. John Teeling, I respect your knowledge of people and I'll process this. On the nose. Now, this is like walking into a cabinet maker's shop. In the United States for a few years, before coming to Germany, I worked in a cabinet making, a woodworking shop. And it's just oak. It's just as someone had planed or joined or cut some white oak. I mean, it's sawdusty, and I love this. This is fabulous. If you've ever had the Jameson Black Barrel, this is that feel you get, recharred casks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing here. On the nose, I do not get the rum. Now, I'm going to ask for forgiveness. Dr. Jack, I said, hey, why did you put your name on that first barrel, on that first bottling? I understand with this one why your name's on there. I think you probably like this maybe a tiny little bit better than the other one as well, which is interesting because this is cheaper. All right, so a single pot still, of course, is more expensive. So we're running here at 31 euros. Whiskybase number 167982, Virgin American plus American bourbon plus Jamaican rum casks here. So the other one, the Haven that we did, we're running around 39.40. All right, so about 10 euros more, which is about 30 some percent more here just for the single pot still. All right, so cheers. I like the Jameson Black Barrel. It tastes like a pimped version of that. You know what? I'm actually gonna go get that. What does the Jameson Black Barrel cost for me in Germany? Jameson Black Barrel, 27 euros. So this is 50 euros. This is different, all right? Sorry, guys and girls. Gonna get a little glass here, and I'm going to actually pull out something which is more appropriate, actually. Now, why is this more appropriate? Jameson is a blend. It has a very similar color, and it has a very similar price point. So they take triple distilled. So they take and finish this also in recharred barrels again. The only thing that I'm missing is recharred barrels here. Instead, I have rum, and the rum actually is towards the end. So this is a C plus B minus whiskey, which I'm about. All right, I'm excited. Value for money, 31 euros. I'm going to give this a C plus for value for money. If you can find this, don't go out and buy the Haven unless you like young single pot whiskey from Ireland. Go out and find the Journey, and you might actually be pleasantly surprised, especially if you've been a fan of, perhaps for years here, of that Black Barrel from Jameson. The very first thing I noticed, and this is a great comparison here, is how thin this is at 40%, or how much of a viscosity the non-chilled filter to the 43% of the Sailor's Home actually gives us here. This has more peaches, this has more pears, this is more of a fruity moment. This is more of the wood, the char, and the rum. I definitely prefer this much more. 29 euros, 31 euros. Would I be willing to pay 2 euros more for this any day in the week? So, guys and girls here at Sailor's Home Irish Whiskey, please put on the label, if at all possible, natural color. You have here triple casks of virgin oak, rum, as well as bourbon. You have non-chilled filtered. Yay! You have the Explorer series. You have triple distilled. Why don't you have someplace, somewhere, natural color? We want that. Integrity malts, integrity whiskeys, very good. I don't expect an age statement, but I would like to have natural color if at all possible. It's dark, so you're doing something right, and I don't think it's because of E150A. Now, if you're not a big fan of the oakiness, you might want to steer away from this, but I love my Woodford Reserve double oaked. Yeah, a little bit of an oak moment. Nice. Better design, better bottle, better taste. Nice. Yeah. Actually, the C++ B minus is very much right. The official tasting notes are butterscotch on the nose, toasted oak with dark rum. The taste would be sticky toffee, malt depth, and rum roundness. Finish would be ripe fruit and vanillas. I could have added a couple points here. I mean, you're almost too generalistic in my personal opinion. But that rum and that wood and that malt and that butterscotch is absolutely magnificent. Well done. Well done, guys. All right, thank you very much. What is your favorite whiskey that could compare to the Jameson Black Barrel? So something that has more oak in it in Ireland, and or which whiskey has a nice rum finish in Ireland. So we're looking for an Irish whiskey with a rum finish or a virgin oak, recharred barrel, oak influenced moment here. This actually checks both these boxes, and I must admit, well done. WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of American, Dr. Jack and your team, well done. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking. Please share this video with someone. Say, hey, you're looking for something new in Ireland. You've tried the Jamesons, you've tried the Redbreast, you've tried the Bushmills, and now we have something called Sailor's Home. Never heard of it. This is the first bottle you should buy, in my personal opinion. All the best. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.